1982 as the Internet Standard Protocol. All hosts of the Internet are required to use TCP or IP. It allows transfer of data using packets, packet switching. So LAN versus WAN. LAN is known as local area network, which is a network confined in a small geographic area, which is a building or a group of buildings. While WAN is a wide area network, which is a much more larger net, which a large more larger network spread over a large geographic area. LAN, for example of LAN is a ring, a bus, or a star. It is a kind of a network connection within a building, a house, or a group of devices. An example of a WAN is the internet, and it is the largest one. Next is LAN. It has a higher data transfer rate, while WAN has a lower data transfer rate because LAN is mostly is uses wires. Sorry, just a moment. I'm sorry. Uh, LAN has a higher data transfer rate than WAN because LAN mostly uses guided guided media or a wired media where there is no uh, there is no interference from the surroundings, and LAN has a higher speed than the WAN, who has a lower transfer speed than LAN. LAN has a higher transfer speed because it is guided through with a wire than when we are using a WAN. And also LAN has a higher and much more faster transfer rate because it is only within a local area network. So it is on a much slower scale than WAN. And WAN has a lower uh sorry. So LAN offers more faulty tolerance than WAN offers less faulty tolerance than LAN. So uh LAN is mostly is being used in wired uh, media transfers. So if there is a possibility that the wire is being disturbed, so the probability uh, of a faulty transfer in LAN is high, while one has a less faulty transfer because it is mostly wireless. Sorry. LAN is designed and can be maintained easy, while one once designed is and maintenance is difficult. So land maintenance is much more easy because it is on a much lower scale than one. Because one is a much larger scale, like the internet. So it is hard to the maintenance in it is more difficult than LAN because it's used mostly in a wired connection or wired network. So, what is a network? The internet is a vast network that connects computer all over the world. Through the internet, people can share information and communicate from anywhere with an internet connection. Each devices is a network. In a network is called node, and node is will be this uh this net uh I mean is this topic will be much further discussed by the next reporter. So internet, intranet, and extranet. So what are these kind of what is this kind of network? So internet, global computer network providing a variety of information and communication facilities consisting of interconnected network using standardized communication protocols. So public internet are public international network which use and access information, e-shopping, e-banking, and email. So internet is a network that can be used by everyone, while intranet, a private network, mostly LAN or WAN, contained within an enterprise that is used to secure share company information and computing resources among employees. So compared to internet, internet is a much more is a private network, mostly used by companies to transfer the information within the company from from employees to another employees. An intranet it can also be used for working in groups and teleconference. Next is extranet. Extranet is a private network similar to internet, but it is open to some external parties such as business partners. Just a moment. Po. Okay. So uh, extranet is a private network that is open to extra parties such as business partners, suppliers, or customers. The the main the main purpose of an extranet is to allow users to exchange data and application and share information, but not uh, leaking any private information of a company to its customers or to its uh, investors or private or supplier or business partners. So, what is communication protocols? So, it's being um, mentioned uh, more frequently uh, previously in my other slide, protocols. So, protocols is from the definition of protocols is the official procedure or system or set of rules governing affairs of state of diplomatic occasions. So a communication protocol is a system or rules that allow two or more entities of a communication system to transmit information via any variation of a physical quantity. So protocols. When we say protocols, uh, it's like how you or how we construct a sentence. So we have a set of rules on how to construct a sentence so that we can understand each other more effectively. Communication protocols on
May I interrupt, David? Protocol, it means yung order of passing through a particular system. Ibig sabihin, wala siyang iba-bypass. Yun yun. Kaya ang sinasabi natin protocol. Ngayon, pag sa opisina, if you are going to talk about protocols, so from the executive level down to the uh, uh, yung mga lower rank employees, yun yung sinasabi natin protocol. So, meron siyang hierarchy of position na sinusunod wherein the communication will pass through. Naintindihan na po tayo. So, yun yung ganun ang protocol, ha? Okay, sige. You may continue now.
okay, thank you po. Next is transmission media. So there are two kinds of transmission. Media is first is wired media and wireless media. So wired media is the signal energy is contained and guided within a solid medium. It's like wires and cables. So the data there or the media there is guided by the cable. While wireless media is a media from that is not guided because it's turned into uh, um, a non-physical entity, for example, electromagnetic wave. So it is unguided and can be received or can be transferred into a different receiver than the one that you are intended it to send to. So example or of wired media is twisted pair wires, coaxial cable, optical fibers cables, while the wireless media example is radio wave, microwave, and infrared lights. Uh, Wired media uses point-to-point communication, while wireless media use a radio broadcasting. So it can be sent in all direction. It can be from one point to multiple point. And, and while wired media is only point to point. Wired media leads to discrete network topology, while wireless media lead to continuous network topology. Wired media is additional transmission capacity can be produced by adding more wires. So you can transfer more data with more by using more wire, or it can be transferred in a much larger scale using a by adding more wires. While wireless media is it is not possible procure additional capacity. Next is wide media. Installation is costly and time consuming, while wireless media is installation needs less time and money. Number seven, attenuity uh, depends on exponentially on the distance. Sorry. While the wireless media attenuity is proportional to square of a distance. So this is the types of wired media or guided media. Uh, Number one is twisted pair cables. It is a wire twisted together in pairs. It is twisted together so that uh, there is the interference from the outside will not affect the data that is being transferred. It is mostly used in our telephone cables. Next is coaxial cable, a type of copper cable, especially built within a metal shield and other components, engineered to block signals interference. So it is a type of cable. It is not twisted like the twisted pair, but it has a metal shield so that it can block any signal that can interfere with the data or the information that is being transferred in it. An example of a coaxial cable is telephone, or I'm sorry, is antenna in our uh, that is being used in our television, and also coaxial cable is being used with our to have in our Wi-Fi, so we can have internet. Next is fiber optic cable. It refers to a technology that transmit information as light pulses along a fiber or plastic fiber, or along a glass or a plastic fiber. So it's like a type of cable where it is not made from copper, but it is made from glass or plastic fiber. So it uses light transmission so that it can travel much faster. I'm sorry. Next, these are the types of wireless media. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Um, I'm sorry again.
David, how many slides left already?
Sorry. There will be two slides left.
Kaya lang kasi you only have 3 minutes or less than 3 minutes left. So maybe please continue sa next Google Meet na ipopost ko na lang. O class, be aware ha. So only 19 people are here ha. Merong isang not present right now ha. Si yung irregular ninyo. Okay? So everybody must be in the Google Meet na link after I have posted it ha. Sige, i-dismiss ko muna tong klase right now. Sige, thank you. See you again in a few minutes, a few seconds. Oh, David, you may continue with the presentation right now. David, you may proceed.
All right. Thank you po. Is my audio clear? And can I ask if you all can see the presentation?
Yes po.
Right. Thank you. So next is a type of wireless media. Sorry. Next, a type of wireless media is an example. For example, is a radio wave. Radio wave are a type of electromagnetic radiation with the longest wavelength in the electromagnetic spectrum. So our data is when we are transferring a data wirelessly, the data is transferred, uh, uh, is being turned into an electromagnetic signal, so that so that it can send to a larger distances. And an example is a radio wave. Next is microwave. Microwave is a form of electromagnetic radiation, but it is a much shorter wavelength within a radio wave. And last type of electromagnetic or a wireless types of wireless media is infrared. It is a electromagnetic radiation with a wavelength longer than any visible light, but shorter than the radio wave or the microwave. And this kind of uh, electromagnetic wave is invisible to the human eye. So infrared is much used in controllers. For example, remote. We use infrared there so that we can control other devices within our home. So next is network hardware. Network hardware. An example of it is servers. It is help to manage the network and the resources of that network. So it on a larger server commonly have specialized tasks such as file server stores and manage files, print server manage printers and print jobs, mail server manage email, web server manage the web access. So servers has to manage uh, networks and the resources within a network. So it took control. It has the control, and also uh, it has the server can uh, is the one that is maintaining the network that it is taking over. So next, routers. Routers connect multiple network and are protocol independent. It is can be used in a place of a switch or a bridge. For example, an example of a routers is the one we're using mostly is a Wi-Fi routers. Switches, smart hubs which transmit packets to the destination port only. Hubs is like a double adapter or a power bird in the home, except instead of plugging in extensions, cords, we are plugging in computers to allow them to communicate. That will be all with the regarding data communication.
So you're done already, Mr. David?
Yes, po.
Okay. So, tanggalin mo muna yung screen sharing mo right now.
Okay. Just a moment.
Oh, may I emphasize ha? Everybody is expected to be here in our meeting, ha? Oh, Mr. Bolito, you're so late. Bakit na naman? The last meeting you are not present. What is the reason behind?
Kinilig po ako, sir.
Ha?
Kinilig po ako, sir. Hello?
O ano nga yung reason mo? Why were you not
Ah,
in the last meeting?